Oh my goodness. Game for the ages. Game for the ages in this T20 World Cup of 2026 because we thought the match has ended. 7 of 1. Afghanistan has sealed the deal. No. Tristan Stubbs. Harshit, what you're saying off air that he's had a bad year? 4 and a 6.
What did I also tell you? His Delhi Capitals is Mr. Reliable.
Mr. Reliable indeed, because we have had an absolutely crazy, absolutely mental game which is still not over.
It's been nerve-wracking, it's been adrenaline-filled, it's been thrilling, it's been exciting, and there's still no result.
Still no result. Remember, in the history of T20s, T20s when you look at it, the only time we can remember a double super over was between Mumbai Punjab Kings, IPL. Yeah.
No, but...
And also in the India-Afghanistan encounter in Bengaluru.
Yes.
Where it was Afghanistan's game to lose, and it was the last time when it happened. It was Ravi Bishnoi who managed to win the game for India at that time in Bengaluru. Now, 1,500 kilometers up north, Afghanistan find themselves in another double super over game against South Africa. This is for survival. Because remember, if Afghanistan lose this game, all but eliminated. All but eliminated from the group of death. But if Afghanistan win, oh boy.
Then in that case, for South Africa, it will become a must-win game against New Zealand. You were assuming that they'll win the other winnable games that they're left with. But that New Zealand game could very well become a knockout of sorts for them. Because only then will you have the scenario of there being 3 teams in the group with 6 points potentially. Otherwise, you'll have South Africa limited to 4.
Yeah.
The other 2 will get to 6 or perhaps 8. And that'll be it.
That'll be it. See, because now after this, South Africa will face New Zealand and UAE. They beat Canada by a big margin. And now, looking at it, who will come out to bat now?
See, Stubbs has to be there.
Stubbs can't bat.
Oh, yes.
Done.
He's done
New
with.
set now.
And
either it will be Nabi.
Rickleton.
It might be Rickleton or De Kock.
Let's see who it is. No, Siddharth. Wait. I see Miller.
Wait, you can have the same guys come out. Yeah, I think.
It does appear so.
I thought you could get in new players. I am surprised by this. Really?
So it is Stubbs and Miller, the same pair.
Oh, okay.
It is the same pair.
And
They are still not out now.
Okay.
You cannot have this one back, Siddharth.
Yeah, since Brevis has been out, he can't bat.
Brevis is the one, exactly.
Faruqi and Ngidi can't bowl.
Ha.
So that is the bit. Yeah, that's the bit. Yes, if you are
the
out,
dismissed batter cannot come out again.
cannot come out to bat. Okay. Now I think it will be Rashid Khan who has to bowl.
Azmatullah, Omarzai.
Look,
leading wicket taker for them, Siddharth.
But look, what is South Africa's main trouble? Spin. Rashid can at least give you 10 runs.
You've seen that in the past as well. Teams are very reluctant to have. In the last over as well, it's been criminal to have a spinner bowl when you're trying to save runs.
Yeah.
In a super over, again, you'll have to be a very daring captain to be able to do that.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, but again, it's Stubbs and Miller who are there. And remember, if Stubbs or anybody gets out, you'll have another guy. Maybe you could have a Rickleton or a De Kock come in. That's the way we look at it. But now it's Azmatullah Omarzai. Remember.
This game's been that pendulum that keeps swinging.
Oh,
and swinging.
is that a 6?
And Stubbs has swung his bat. Only
And it is
to
a huge
find
6.
the stands.
Wow.
Only for him to find the stands. Now he's hit 2 sixes in back-to-back deliveries.
Back-to-back deliveries, yes.
Yeah.
I will not accept this tactic. You needed to have a Rashid Khan or a Noor.
Oh.
Because Rashid has bowled in the death also.
I know, Siddharth, but super over, I'm not having a spinner bowl. It's Ahmedabad we're talking about.
And it's a bigger ground.
That is fine, but conditions are extremely flat. You saw more than 360 runs across 2 innings be scored.
But who won you that double super over in the game in Bengaluru? It was a Ravi Bishnoi.
Yeah.
Who's not a spinner. He's an off spinner with a leg spin
a very
action.
non-conventional approach, I think, to go with.
So 7 of 2. Ooh. Now, if South Africa can get to over 15-20, if they get to 20, then I think it's game over for Afghanistan. Yeah. But who will come out to bat? I think none of the batters got out, right?
Yeah.
So Gurbaz and Azmat can bat. Wow. And it's all up to Killer Miller now to ensure that he gets it. 2 runs. Yes,
Two
it is
runs,
2
2
runs.
runs, so yeah.
To mid-wicket. It was a good. So that's the thing. It's pressure. This is multiplied into 1,000. This is pressure. And what a way for Afghanistan and South Africa to just keep this game alive. I mean,
Remember, when we were in those regulation 20 overs, it looked like with 6 wickets down, the match had gotten out of hand for Afghanistan. Then they pulled back thanks to Rashid Khan, a quick fire 20 of 12. Then you had a Noor. Then they in fact lose a couple of wickets.
And Miller hits it out of the park. Killer Miller, 15 of 4.
Delhi Capitals boys you're talking about.
Of course. Good signs for you if this is the way.
Killer Miller has not been killer in the IPL. Let's be honest about that.
Yeah.
But base price signing, everyone remembers.
Base price Capitals.
Base price Capitals, yes, you started with him,
Yeah.
and you ended the auction
Jameson.
with Jameson. He was the last signing for the Delhi Capitals.
95 meters, man, oh man. Killer Miller still does it.
15. I think another hit and
Yeah.
Afghanistan may well be out of the. They
Oh,
are, I
it
think
is.
now. It's
What a hit.
21 with another ball to be bowled.
And I think it could be Marco Janssen, which is why, boss, you had somebody in Rashid Khan with all that experience. Why didn't he bowl? I will raise a question about this, my friend. I think they're checking for a no ball. Is
Are
it
they?
for a? I think so, because it looked waist
South
high.
Africa would feel they're done with their share of no balls.
Oh, Kagiso Rabada. He almost did a kabada for the South Africans at this point. Because, and by the way, Freaking Awesome has a very interesting point. It's the first day game in Ahmedabad. Oh, yes. Yes, it is the first day game, and we have seen, wow.
Entertainment galore.
Galore.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
Looks
fine. That's fine. It doesn't look like a no.
Yeah, they'll measure the thing. Yeah, it should be fine. It's a fair delivery.
They won't do it the IPL way, will they?
They'll measure with a projection, and it'll be deemed a fair delivery in that sense. Looks, although by this angle it looks on contact, looks slightly high.
But again, when you look at measuring the height, you're looking at batter in
Because
standing
he
position
was-
without there being any bend.
There is no
Look
bend.
at that. Yeah, look at that.
Oh. It's a fair delivery. Oh, by 19 centimeters, the barest of margins when you look at
Because
it.
you take into account the standing position.
Standing position, yes.
And of course, when you're taking guard, then there is a bit of a
Yep.
hunch over there. There is a bend.
So 21 of 5. My goodness. No, 15 of 4. It's still 15 of 4.
15 of 4, is it?
Yeah, 15 of 4. Yeah, that was 6. The only thing was it a no ball or anything?
No, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2 runs.
Yeah.
And it's 2 more.
No,
And
so that won't be looking at 2 sixes.
the first 6 happened. The second 6 has happened now. So yeah, either the.
No.
Oh yeah, 23.
Yeah.
It's actually.
Is there something wrong with the graphic?
No,
there?
I think
Yeah,
no.
there is. They're going off.
23. I think it's 23.
Yeah, they're wrong with the graphic there.
Yes. It's
See,
23.
they've not been able to
Everybody's getting in. The nerves are getting to everybody at this point in time.
What this tells me is that even the VFX system wasn't ready for this drama.
Wasn't ready for this at all. I mean, by the way, the last time we had a super over in a T20 World Cup was the Namibia-Oman encounter, 109. And in the 2024 T20 World Cup, I don't think there was a super over in the 2022 T20 World Cup. I don't think so. Got to check on that. So 22 T20 World Cup.
See, not in the final stages of the tournament do I remember.
Not in the league also.
The
Or
league.
was it? Maybe. One of the associate nations could have
23 it is.
23. So 24 is the target. 23 is to tie. We go into third super over. then.
Yeah.
So that is
at
the
best.
thing. At best.
At best, I'm saying Afghanistan can afford 2 dot balls.
Yeah, 2 dot balls.
But you know what they'll have to do after that.
But who'll bowl? That is the thing. Because Ngidi can't bowl. It'll be either Rabada or Janssen. They won't risk Maharaj. So it'll have to be Rabada or
I think you're
Janssen.
going with
Janssen.
Janssen because Rabada bowled those 2 no balls.
Rabada.
And I bowled a couple of no balls the other day as well.
Yep. Namibia, Oman in 2024. Then you had the 2007 bowlout, India, Pakistan.
Of course.
And New Zealand, West Indies, Tim Southey of all guys here. And Samuels throwing in absolute darts at Ross Taylor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the super over which was there. And New Zealand, Sri Lanka, yeah. New Zealand got eliminated from the...
New Zealand, Sri Lanka.
They needed 8. Malinga defended 8.
We're 14 we're talking about.
12. New Zealand got eliminated by 2 super overs. One against West Indies, one against Sri Lanka in 2012. They didn't have a single victory and they got eliminated. So that is the thing we are looking at. Yeah, so this is the 5th super over in the history of the T20 World Cup.
T20 World Cup.
But first time that we have got a double super over in a T20 World Cup. Second time, memory serves me right, but in a full member nation, we have to talk about it. India, Afghanistan in Bengaluru.
That was a bilateral.
That was a bilateral. And MI PBKS in Bengaluru in Dubai, which was a double super over. We saw Shami and Bumrah, the first guys to nail those Yorkers. And then we had, I think it was Nicky P who managed to win it for PBKS at that point. This was 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Nicky P it was.
Nicholas Purant Singh.
In that greyish jersey, greyish-red jersey, I think that they had.
Nicholas Purant Singh did it for West Indies at that point. So yeah, we are waiting on who will be the bowler. I think it will most likely be Jansen.
Do you remember the time, again, I'm talking regulation overs only, when 2 balls to go, I think there was Afghanistan trying to force another break of sorts, when even though they got that boundary and
the umpire told him,
water boy was coming in.
They told him, go. Time has already been wasted. By the way, this game has gone well beyond regulation, obviously, because of the double super over. So it's going to be
it immediately took me back to the previous World Cup.
Why didn't the umpire do anything then?
When the instruction was to slow things down. And Gulwadin I went down.
Yes. No, I mean, even Rishabh Pant had that injury, which he said on Sports Today. The entire thing is there that you can watch. But
a couple of days back.
South Africa are having a deliberation at this point.
Let's see who the Afghanistan. Rashid has taken the onus, I feel.
But neither of Afghanistan's batters were dismissed. So why are they sending some new guys in that sense? So yeah, we are just.
I saw Rashid there with the helmet.
Yeah. I think he is there. So 24 needed, and Ngidi, as a chat with Rabada, did a latter to bowl. Oh, so it looks like.
Okay, so it's Nabi,
and it will be Rabada bowling. Nabi and Asmat. Why no
Gurbaz? Long handle.
But then Rashid wields a longer handle than Nabi.
Even then.
What are Afghanistan doing with their tactics? I don't understand, So, in that sense, Trott, imagine Jonathan Trott, a South African coaching England and Afghanistan.
Indeed. This is a confusing selection to me.
Why? See, Brevis got out, that's why he couldn't bat later, but Miller and Stubbs did. But on the other hand, neither of Azmatullah or Gurbaz.
This has nothing to do with the rules, I feel. This is more strategic.
But okay, but then if you wanted a better bat, Rashid's a better bat than Nabi.
Agreed. And he had batted much better than Nabi as well.
He could have. And who's bowling? Rabada. Now, please, if Kagiso Rabada does not want to make a match of it, don't bowl the no balls. Please, 2 no balls.
2 no balls.
On his home ground.
South Africa could have won on the very first delivery of the penultimate, of the last over.
Exactly. First ball. But it was a no ball.
Turned out to be a no ball. Then there was another one. We could have saved 40 minutes or something.
Seriously.
That no ball wasn't bowled.
Seriously. But I don't understand the tactics for Afghanistan. You bowled 2 guys.
Tactically, you felt that they had made the right decisions today. Brought in a Noor. Previous time in Chennai when they played, they didn't bowl a Noor over there. Today, everything's gone okay.
Wait, it is Keshav Maharaj. Oh, this is a risk. But I would have said that you back the better player, because see, what will happen is he can get it to a couple, but then he can at least get 1 wicket-taking delivery at least. By the way, Maharaj's spell was the game changer. When Gurbaz was going bonkers, Maharaj's spell ensured that South Africa were in the game. So that's why I would say...
This is a very interesting matchup from both the teams.
Yeah, so who is it? It's Nabi on strike. Oh, it's a miss. 5.
It's a miss. I told you only 2 they can afford.
4 sixes. That's about it. They need 4 sixes.
Jonathan Trott cannot watch this.
One more if they get 4 balls, 23 runs. 4 sixes. Nothing more, nothing less. So Nabi...
So the plan's clear.
And he's gone.
It's a wicket. I think Afghanistan are done over here.
Done.
We knew
4 balls, 24
runs.
Look at
the plan. I think the plan's clear not to give it in the batsman's arc.
Exactly.
Nabi, as we were talking about, has the long
foolish
handle.
Tactics.
The idea was to bowl wide, and that's exactly what Maharaj did.
No, I'm sorry. Occasions. Foolish tactics from Afghanistan.
I didn't like this either. I didn't like this.
Either you should have had Rashid to bowl in one of the overs. At least you wouldn't have considered 24.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have. Noor.
Oh, one-handed catch.
Who's it? 10 Miller.
He's in the thick of the action.
Killer Miller. And remember, if Afghanistan don't hit 4 sixes, they are all but eliminated.
Now. You're asking a Brathwaite now. You need a Brathwaite in this situation to bail you out.
And you need a fast bowler. That was Stokes.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. Now it is Gurbaz. Again, couldn't you have gotten it Gurbaz in now?
Yeah.
What the hell? You're bad
No,
tactics.
Gurbaz was there, na Shivam, in the previous
Yes.
over.
It made no sense to get Nabi.
He and Azmat were playing.
Yes. It made no sense at
Yeah, you
all.
got in a new guy.
Under this pressure with 24 needed, you need to establish guys to bat here.
I'd love
Bad
to know
tactics.
from the captain
Bad
after
tactics.
the match is over
Yeah. Bad tactics.
what the thinking over there was.
Exactly. One more ball if they don't get a 6.
No, it's
Afghanistan are still
It's
in.
done for.
It's done for.
It's done for.
Yes, indeed.
Huh?
Oh,
Hey, we're still alive.
the game is alive over
We're
3
still
balls, 18
alive.
runs.
We're still
Gurbaz.
alive.
Yeah.
Gurbaz has hit 1. Afghanistan needs 3
See, we
more.
know that it won't be 7 needed of 1 unless there is a wide now. Then 17, then 11 of 3, 4, 7 of 2. Oh, but it was in the slot. But why Nabi?
You never know. If this was a Nawaz, he would have bowled a wide.
You would have bowled a wide, yeah. Okay, 3 of 18. Oh!
Goodness me. No, he's out.
No,
he's not.
Oh, sure.
He
Oh,
is
goodness.
not.
Gurbaz, is he going to do the unthinkable? 2
hits.
2 hits more.
2 hits.
1 dot ball is needed from South Africa.
No, but this is, again, Maharaj making a mistake here.
Oh, but it's too full. He was
Yeah.
wide, but it was too full.
Too full. Again, you've got to avoid the arc.
You have to avoid the arc. If
Yeah.
Gurbaz hits one more 6,
Yeah. I think the line's absolutely fine. He just needs to pull the length back a bit.
the length, yeah, he needs to. He needs to.
That's what he's getting.
Oh, Keshav. If that is a Gurbazigar gets a different dimension altogether. Next ball coming in by Keshav Maharaj. Oh my goodness, another 6. It's 3 on the trot. Oh.
It is 3 on the trot. Oh, goodness gracious.
Gurbaz.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, it's gonna be Carlos
Did
Brathwaite.
Did I rule Afghanistan out too soon, Siddharth? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness, oh my
This
goodness.
is a
This is-
humdinger of a clash. Humdinger of a match.
If Afghanistan win
This
this,
is nerve-wracking. Shivam's taken his jacket off.
man, this is unbelievable. Gurbaz, is he
Wow.
gonna do it?
Wow. Now the pressure's really
On.
the
It can be
bowler.
anybody's game now.
It
It's
is on the
50-50.
bowler now. It is
Yeah.
on the bowler.
Gurbaz.
Move. Got to see this. Move.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Whoa.
What's change in field?
Gurbaz.
Keshav
more sixes,
Maharaj.
Yeah.
Either you're a hero or you're a villain.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's
And
a wide. Oh,
So
Nawaz.
Siddharth,
A 4.
It's a boundary. If it's a boundary, you're
Super
looking at
over.
another super over.
Oh, my
He's done a
goodness.
Nawaz. We were just talking about
We were just
Nawaz.
talking about Nawaz. Oh, Nawaz happened. 5 of 1. Oh. Oh, it's done. It's done. It's a wicket. South Africa have won.
Oh, wow.
South Africa have won.
Oh, wow. South Africa hold on to their nerves.
Oh,
It is Maharaj
the
who gets
super
the job done.
over.
He bowls 2 beautiful deliveries to begin with, then gets smacked for 3 sixes.
Man.
6 needed of 1, and he gets a wicket off
It's
the
over.
final
It's
delivery.
over.
This was wow. I
Please
think
change the title and
we've
everything, Shivam.
seen
Please.
the game of the tournament, Siddharth. We've seen the game of the tournament.
I think the
T20
game.
World Cup speak to today.
I think I've seen the best game in this T20 World Cup after 14 years.
Are you going
2012.
to the no,
2012.
but How about the bowl out then, Siddharth?
Bowl out, yaar, no.
The bowl out's got.
No, I'm talking about ever since the super over came into existence in that sense. For me, this is the best game that we have seen in this modern era, at least. And. Collect our thoughts. South Africa have won the second super over by 4 runs. And because of that, ultimate heartbreak for Afghanistan.
Who are still waiting for their first T20I win against South Africa.
Fourth loss against them, and because of that now, from this group of death, New Zealand and South Africa are all set to go.
Yeah.
Afghanistan are all but eliminated.
They're mathematically still in it, but you need an upset. Then you need
Oh.
New Zealand or South Africa to be losing one of their winnable games.
Yes, and if it was just over the fielder, you could have had a 4 another super over.
This now that some of the adrenaline is beginning to settle down now, let's get to where Afghanistan really lost the match. They could have still won it in the super over. Let's forget those regulation overs. The huge mistake they made was sending in a Nabi ahead of a Gurbaz. You cannot be doing that. You would have trusted him with the long handle. That's the only explanation or logical reason that comes to my mind. But then when you have somebody who scored an 80 odd already, has batted in the first super over, why not have him come in the second? And look what he does. Smacks 3 sixes the moment that he comes in.
2 dot balls. It now was left all or nothing for Afghanistan, which is why it was utter foolishness to get in Nabi. What? Supposing if an Asmat had come in, because he wasn't dismissed, he could have at least given you 2 runs or 3 runs of 2. Then you had needed 21 of 4. You could have very well gotten the game. Why send in a Nabi? It made no sense whatsoever for Afghanistan to send in a Mohammad Nabi when in the regulation time also, he had struggled. 5 of 6 if I'm not mistaken. Why did you get Nabi in that sense? So, in that way, you can just take it along, Harshad. I'll just make a change.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, we will delve into some of the other factors as well. Where is it that this match really changed? But by the way, just going back, just taking a step back from the super over, there is so much to be looked at how those 40 overs played out as well. South Africa will be lucky. One of the most relieved people right now in the Narendra Modi Stadium, if you ask me, has to be Kagiso Rabada. Because what did he do? The match very well could have gotten over an hour back. An hour back, this match could have gotten over if it wasn't for that no ball that was bowled on the first ball of the last over. 9 wickets down Afghanistan were already, and look where we went from that point on. And there was not just that no ball, there was another no ball on what proved to be the last no ball of the last ball of the match as well. In fact, that was the free hit. However, there was a second no ball being bowled after that, and Kagiso Rabada would be like, for all the experience that he has, how did he do that?
As I said, just reverse the R and the K. It was Kagiso Rabada in the final over that happened. Because for such a guy with such pedigree of experience, how could you bowl those 2 no balls here? But again, it's harsh. 2 of 3 needed. Okay? It was a free hit. Couldn't Noor have taken a single? I know super over, but 1 of 2 would have given Fazal Haq Farooqi a chance to at least get an edge, get a leg by, or get something. Because Rabada was under severe pressure. You need not have gone for the second run. I know harsh, but let me tell you one thing. In these kind of small things, these things matter. I mean, Lance Klusner, for example, 1999, 1 of 4. The third ball that he had, Donald was almost run out. That said, no, I have to run. That was the panic. And that is why you lost out on that fine margin, 0.01 net run rate. Here, couldn't Noor have trusted Fazal Haq Farooqi to last 1 ball, maybe get a leg by or do something? Rabada was spraying it all over the place. Why not? Pressure, panic, chaos does this to you. And because of that, that was missed opportunity number 1. Missed opportunity number 2, like what Harshit pointed out, the foolishness of sending Mohammad Nabi. When you already had an Asmatullah Omarzai who could have not had 2 dot balls, could have given you 3 of 2, of 4 of 2, whatever was possible. And given Gurbaz the strike in that sense. But I will now point out to blunder number 3. You know that South Africa would tackle the Pacers a lot better. Agreed. Pacers could have been tackled a lot better. Why in one of the super overs you didn't bowl a Rashid Khan? I'll tell you why. Rashid Khan, if you have to go back some other time against Bangladesh, he defended 8 of 6. It is not that Rashid Khan, agreed, he's not taking wickets, but at least he wouldn't have leaked 24 runs.
So that, go on, make your point and then make my
Okay,
arguments.
one, Azmatullah Omarzai, because he picked up 3 wickets in the first super over, kind of agree. But South Africa's Achilles heel is spin. In a pressure situation, I am not so sure if I know Brevis is a good player of spin, but Stubbs, Miller under those pressure situations, how they would have coped up. You had 2 X-factor spinners in Rashid and Noor. What stopped you from bowling the spinner in one of the super overs?
I have 2 reasons for that, Siddharth. 2 reasons. One is the pitch. You're playing not in Chennai, you're playing in Ahmedabad. There wasn't much assistance as we saw in terms of turn for spinners. Yes, if you applied yourself, then somebody like a Rashid was economical at best. Didn't get a lot of wickets. Noor gave away 35 odd runs if I'm not wrong. So, and that too in 3 overs. So he had an economy of more than 11.
Yeah.
Noor by the end of it. So was there anything in the pitch to give me confidence to bowl a spinner? I don't think so. If this was a spinning track, maybe with Rashid's excellence, I would have had that leap of faith. The other reason being, as we've conventionally seen in super overs, you don't usually have the heart to go with a slower bowler because it just becomes easier for them to be targeted, and that's not what you want. Conventionally, you've seen fast bowlers for a reason. Today as well you saw, and that's why I don't fault Afghanistan for the choice of bowlers. I fault them for the choice of batters because I think you needed a quick bowler, and Fazal Farooqi almost got the job done in the first super over that he bowled. He was good with the change of line. Yes, got smacked towards the end, but you needed a fast bowler and not a spinner. That is something I firmly believe in. And it could have been anyone. Rashid, of the old, I still would have trusted. But what we discussing just the other day, where Rashid around the world now is getting targeted, he's no longer as economical as he used to be. He was never a wicket-taking bowler. He was always a pressure-building bowler. So given all of that and the fact that Rashid doesn't appear to be he doesn't appear to be in the peak of his powers right now, as we've seen in the IPL as well. It was only a couple of seasons back that we saw him pick those 20 odd wickets, and then GT had a Shami and a Mohit and a Rashid pick in excess of 15 odd wickets. That was just a dream season for them, I believe. After that, Rashid's not been the same in 2 editions of the IPL.
Yeah. See, your point about targeting the spinners validated because of what happened with Keshav Maharaj. If he was defending 15 or 20, game over. Yeah. He was not defending it. But Rashid, you know what he could have done. See, I'm not looking for wickets in the super over. I am trying for wicket also. But I'm looking for economy. I want to restrict my opponent.
And this is exactly where which is why I mentioned the first point, Siddharth, the pitch.
Yeah.
If, what were we talking about off camera? Were we on camera? I don't remember. When Keshav Maharaj, we were on camera, right?
Yeah.
When we were talking about how Keshav Maharaj was bowling full. Again, those are the fine margins in international cricket. And if you're bowling slow, there's no assistance per se. Then you get anything in the slot is just vanishing for 6. There was not going to be much assistance for Rashid as well off the deck. So I think it was the right choice for then Afghanistan to have gone with the faster bowlers in comparison.
Again, Rashid, home, GT. He could have figured out the the Ahmedabad wicket with the length that he had to bowl. Agreed. In the situation that was there, maybe Miller and Stubbs could have just gone berserk also.
Yeah.
But with Rashid, you have far more chances that he will bowl an economical over than an Azmatullah or a Fazal Farooqi.
Yeah.
Azmatullah, the risk was he had taken 3 wickets, but then he had also conceded 41 runs. Which is why I think the 2 decisions of Nabi, utter disaster. Rashid could have gone either way. You could have either had a 24-run over or you could have had a 14-run over. Yeah. In both cases, 14-run over is much better. But I think Afghanistan are learning the hard tricks of international cricket in the pressure situations. I mean, look at it. In the semi-final in the 2024 T20 World Cup, they came in with so much expectations, but then they were raced out for 56 on a minefield of a track in Brian Lara Oval. Yeah. Okay, so that was why they missed out on that particular instance. Here, they clawed their way back with some great hitting from Noor, from Asmat, and from Rashid Khan. With Rahmanullah Gurbaz already setting the stage with a brilliant 84.
Well, while I believe Afghanistan, where they find themselves in this group now, will be kicking themselves because they have lost to both the tough competitors that they had. And if this is the team that is looking to go past the semi-final stage as they've done the last time around, these aren't good signs. Given what had happened in the Asia Cup as well.
Another multinational where they were exited early.
Exactly. So if this is a nation and they're very, very proud of their cricket, they take a lot of they come in with a lot of passion. Today's atmosphere at the Narendra Modi Stadium was example of the kind of atmosphere that these guys can build and the passion that they have for the sport. For a nation hungry for success, this is a mighty blow. Not just today's match, but their poor showing against New Zealand, where they were not in competition. Today, at least they were in competition. They gave this match an extra 1 hour. They breathed life into the contest and they were very competitive. At least that pendulum, as you're talking about, kept swinging because they were, if the moment that the pendulum was going back, going away from them, they would pull it back. So they kept the pendulum swinging. They'd be happy with the effort, but at the end of the day, what matters is points on the table. And in 5 teams, including one being yourself and 2 tough competitors, again, have you really done enough to be worthy semi-finalists or to be worthy finalists in international cricket in a T20 World Cup? This is what they'll be very hurt with, given the fact that if you were to look at experience of playing T20 franchise cricket, perhaps they'll be the richest.
Yeah.
Even India will fall short, perhaps. Maybe not. Again, we'll have to get into all of that. But just the last few years, for the sheer T20 cricket that these guys play and the number of franchise leagues that they're a part of, Afghanistan cricket would be very disappointed with themselves. This is the format that they really can prosper in, and now they're looking at a stage where they're all but out.
All but out, which is why 2 tactical blunders have ensured that, yes, how fine the margins are. Here, you got in a Nabi, which ensured in a double super over. In the second super over, you had no chance. But your earlier decision to bench Noor in Chepauk now has come back to hurt you. Noor knew the conditions in Chepauk and you didn't play him. Why? I just don't understand. You allowed New Zealand to just bounce back and ensure that you didn't have to target the Noor bogey, and Rashid had an off day at that time. So you needed someone to settle that thing. Noor's absence gave you frizzled away the advantage in Chepauk. Here, bad tactic to send a Mohammad Nabi, which I believe now, I think he has played probably his last international for Afghanistan. I mean, his son is also playing alongside him. He's played with him. So now, I don't know how when you look at it. But again, pressure. How your mind gets totally frayed under pressure. 19.4.
Yeah.
People will look back at 19, just needed a single.
Could have just been a single.
Rather than a 2. Fazal Haq could have gotten an edge or something. Which is why it reminded me of that 1999 situation between Australia and South Africa. But at that time, you needed 1 run of 3 balls. Here you needed 2 of 3 balls. And you got a single, 1 of 2. No problem. At least you are assured. 1 wicket down, you needed to have that slight bit of thing. Back your batter. Back your non-striker. Which is why in the quest for extreme glory, you have lost out on this particular match. And I really feel for Afghanistan and I feel for all of their supporters. I mean, those supporters, you look at the Narendra Modi Stadium today, they were packed with Afghanistan supporters.
Packed. Fans were loud, fans were cheering, they were raucous.
Which was more raucous? Nepal, England, or South Africa, Afghanistan?
You're talking about how
the fans.
I think today fans made a lot more noise, but in volume, I felt Wankhede had a greater turnout.
Plus one to that. And Nepal's fans are winning hearts.
No, actually, the problem also is the venue.
Oh yeah.
Again, in a 100,000 plus capacity ground, if there's not 70 odd thousand people, 20 odd thousand will look Wankhede full.
Yeah.
It'll make Wankhede look full again.
Empty, yeah.
This will make it look like a bit of an eyesore where you're wondering as to whether this is a local competition, a domestic competition, or an international game.
But kudos that Afghanistan and South Africa, this was the first day game at the Narendra Modi Stadium, and it has proved to be an absolute humdinger for the ages at this point. Absolutely. I just want to see, Shobh, if Rashid Khan, what he has said about the tactics and all. I want to just see if he said anything about it.
These are going to be long post-match press conferences or post-match
okay, he hasn't said anything yet. Maybe on one of the other channels, maybe he has said something. I'll just have a look at it. But I'll be very interested about the tactics, what he has said at this point. So, wait a minute, and yes, I have it on.
You have that?
Yeah, wait, I've got it on now here. Okay. Now, Rashid Khan. Okay, no, Rashid Khan even, they're still transcribing it at this point in time. So, yeah. Lungi Ngidi, though, was the player of the match for his incredible spell.
He says that he's lost so much weight today.
I know. I mean, but even Ngidi was all over the shop here. Come on. How could you bowl slot balls when you had the cutters in place into the wicket?
It was that kind of, I do feel
that's why I call him South Africa Shardul Thakur for a reason. Takes wickets but leaks runs, which is why. But yeah, what you're saying.
But it was the kind of match which would make you shed weight, which would make you be
age 20 years or more.
It'll make you age, much more. It'll make you have no nails left on your fingers. It was that kind of a match.
Double super over, yeah. And if 17 was not enough, even 24 was almost not enough.
Yeah.
Man, this is the thing that we have got. So
Gurbaz has to be asking questions to his captain and to his coach. What was this decision, boss? I scored you runs in the main game.
Yeah.
I almost got the job done, but why was I not sent ahead of a Nabi? Why was Nabi even being talked about in the in that conversation of who should be batting in the second?
Exactly. I mean, look at it. Nabi 5 of 6, Rashid 20 of 12, 166.
Gurbaz 84 of 42,
200 strike
perfect
rate.
200 strike rate.
He was hitting those sixes for fun. You're wondering where are the power hitters for Afghanistan? Bazigar, Gurbazigar.
That's the thing with him, and that's. We talk about Sanju Samson. Again, I think maybe it's just an opener syndrome then. I'm not taking any pot shots.
Wicket keeper opener syndrome.
Could be that as well. Could be an opener syndrome. I don't know what it is. But then again, he's come up with this blazing knock. Sanju Samson gave us those 300s, gave us a knock here and there.
Yeah.
250s followed after that, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And then there were so many troughs. There was such a barren patch. Rahmanullah Gurbaz or Gurbazi Gar, as we so often call him in our studio, he just vanishes after these blazing knocks.
Yeah.
That's been the story of Rahmanullah Gurbaz, the T20 cricketer.
Yeah, it's heartbreak because now Afghanistan max can only get to 4. And one of New Zealand or South Africa will definitely get to 6.
While we've all been waiting for that first upset, now I think it's the Afghanistan fan base that really wanted more than the others.
Yeah, because see, even New Zealand can get to 6. You're not expecting Canada to beat New Zealand. Unless...
This was the Dutch somebody you were talking about, or a Scotland or an Ireland in this group.
Man, then this would have been the group for the T20 World Cup.
Even a Scotland and Ireland, very, very capable teams are causing an upset.
I mean, imagine, I would have replaced
UAE
or Canada. Okay, I would have gotten a West Indies in.
Siddharth, what do you want? This group to be just semi-finalists, potential semi-finalists and finalists only?
I'm telling you, that 2021 format was brilliant. India got the easier group.
Yeah.
India, Afghanistan, New Zealand, when you look at it. And also Pakistan.
21.
And
how did things shape up, Siddharth?
Just 2 losses and you are out.
You're saying?
But look at that other group. That's why Australia's win in 2021 is far more brilliant. Australia, South Africa, England, West Indies, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. That's an even tougher group. It was the group of death, yet Australia managed and they won. Only 1 loss happened to them against England.
Matthew Wade.
No. Against England, only 1 loss. Then Matthew Wade stepped up with 3 sixes and in the final, it was complete domination by the Bison. But Australia currently struggling against Ireland with 69 for 3.
They're struggling, are they?
Yeah, look at it, 69 for 3. Maxwell's at Dockrell. Dockrell's been the man in form in SSC, by the way.
New captain.
Travis Head.
Stand-in captain. Not new captain, stand-in captain.
Stand-in captain, indeed. So, that's the thing. I'm surprised with the way how Afghanistan just managed to bottle this whole thing up. And again, I think there should have been a comment from Rashid Khan. I'm just waiting for that.
You're checking Bradman?
Yeah, but apparently Bradman's too pooped, I think, at this point in time to even give those comments at this point. And yeah, nothing. They're like that about it. So let's take some comments
anyway,
here.
Let's listen into our.
Which is what Sarat
Family
Chandra is
members.
again asking. Why did we send Mohammad Nabi? Why did they send Mohammad
we've
Nabi?
answered
That's
that
a
one, yeah.
thing we are waiting for at this point in time. And Anshu Mishra, Afghanistan should have won on last ball in main game only. How Farooqi can't complete second runs ball was in proper gap. Again, I think the throw was great. And I think Farooqi kind of jogged for the first run.
Yeah.
But you should have still then waited for one particular ball.
In fact, the body language suggested that South Africa weren't quite confident of that being a run out.
Yeah, they weren't. It took fraction by the barest of margins. Again, the line, it was just behind the line.
They knew they sort of got out of jail because
Seriously.
2 no balls they had already.
I know. That's what
conceded.
Bismoy is saying. SA bowlers can't bowl Yorker. Steyn would bowl Yorker in 2015 World Cup. Here, Rabada bowling like a newbie. Bismoy, wrong. Steyn couldn't bowl those Yorkers. That's why Grant Elliott hit him. Elliott hit him for sixes. Mockle and Steyn missed their lengths. What you're talking about is probably 2014. When Steyn defended 7 in the final over and 3 runs, New Zealand lost by 3 runs in that particular game. So yeah, this is the situation.
That was masterclass from
Master. So that is the thing. And that's why, because New Zealand are playing Canada and because they absolutely thrashed UAE, they will get to 6, even if they lose to South Africa. So that is the thing.
Afghanistan, you're going to be now looking at
the only way Afghanistan can progress.
2028, sorry.
Yeah. The only way Afghanistan can progress if Canada
beat South Africa.
No. If UAE beats South Africa and Afghanistan absolutely murder Canada and UAE by say 100-run margins in both or win by 10 overs, that is the only way. Only the way South Africa can lose. If South Africa win against New Zealand and if New Zealand win against Canada, game over. They can't do it. And Anshu Mishra saying, South Africa were very lucky with Kagiso Rabada gifted the game to Afghanistan, but Farooqi returned the favour with last ball run out and super over in last ball. What can you say about it here? I mean, we all thought 7-1, Afghanistan on the cusp of a famous win, but Delhi Capitals decides to end the party with Stubbs hitting a straight 6 in that way. Priyanshu saying, both teams had multiple chances to close out the match. Both were choking. But who cares? The neutral full paisa vasool. Such matches lift up the T20 World Cup.
Well said.
With associates and with these kind of teams, you will get more thrillers than the established ones that is there.
It's already made for such good entertainment till now. The broadcasters got to be loving it. ICC has to be loving it. You weren't expecting these close competitions, but you got them.
Yeah.
Today's match was a big ticket match. And you got entertainment that you usually draw out of 2 knockout matches.
Correct. Nishant Shah saying ICC needs to strongly rethink the grouping. Bring Afghanistan, Pakistan in the same group. Stop India and Pakistan in the same group. It's unfair for Afghanistan. See, the same thing happened in 2021, Nishant Shah. Pakistan and Afghanistan were in the same group. India, New Zealand, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Scotland and Namibia. I think those were the guys in that group. In that other group was the ultimate thriller. I'm sorry, we need 1 or 2 groups which are very, very competitive in order to ensure we get these games. Because Afghanistan are in the same group, you got a thriller. New Zealand, Afghanistan didn't do it, but South Africa, Afghanistan definitely did. And remember, South Africa are following the same 2024. They were the team that gave us thrillers. Nepal lost by 1 run against them.
Yeah.
England almost lost, but they won by 4 runs against Nepal.
South Africa have made it a habit of giving
Thrillers. And again, final. Forget the final.
You got to talk about the final, the Nepal game. Then you go a couple of years back from that time as well, the Netherlands match.
Afghanistan is hoping some team in this group does that. Netherlands throws open the door for India and Pakistan to go through. South Africa come with the almost confirmed ticket, but then nahi. Tatkal mein bhi nahi hua. Go.
You don't want it.
Regret. That's the thing. And Sarat Chandra saying he isn't a super over material. Who? That's what we want. Maybe Rabada.
Nabi, Rabada.
Maybe.
Who's he talking about?
Rashid is. What I don't understand in that sense. Afghanistan honestly choked. Ibrahim K. Singh. I feel so bad for Gurbaz. Yeah. Both teams choked. Which team wanted to choke a lot more? Afghanistan, have your tea in that sense. Best match of World Cup, Nepal won second. Although I would put, yes, because of the double super over, but imagine Nepal isn't a full member nation. Had they beaten England, it would have been the fairy tale story of all World Cups.
Yeah.
I think that match still, because suddenly you had Lokesh Baum doing the unthinkable, and it just needed one ball, 6 runs. Yeah, that's the thing at this point in time. And horrible run last ball. That's what everybody. Yeah, that's what I pointed out. Horrible run. They shouldn't have. You had 1 run, 2 balls.
Yeah.
No one told that equation to them, and that's why it's a big issue at this stage. So Abhishek Singh is also like saying,
saying that the problem with lower ranked teams is that they let the adrenaline get the better of them. It was all Afghanistan match. No need to take double because the 11th guy can take a single on the last 2 balls.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Rashid Khan is like said, okay, amazing. In the last couple of overs in the power play where we lost quick wickets, put them on the back foot, put us on the back foot. We had our opportunities in the last super over as well. 1 ball, 5 runs could go anyway. Could have been smarter. 1 dive, 1 ball could have finished it. Work hard for the last 1.5 years for this game to go to the next round. Very disappointing. So, discussion with the team was, yes, they had a good start, but tried to restrict them in the last 10 overs. And Gurbaz, he is absolutely, but then could have been smarter.
That tells you.
Hindsight is a great thing, but unfortunately, this is the struggle. Ashish Dhar, if Nepal qualify, they'll trouble India. Remember 2023 Asian Games, Farooqi shot close super over. Nepal will qualify. How? England and West Indies, then Nepal needs to do what they did in the bilateral series, beat the West Indies. Yeah. Then they have a chance. So, yeah, we'll take one last super chat and I think we can call it quits then. Yeah. Okay. Praneeth Datta
says that he feels bad for Afghanistan. Lack of depth in the batting has hurt them. Only Gurbaz, Rashid and Azmad are capable of scoring runs quickly. Rest are all test players or are incapable.
Indeed. It's not looking good at all. And Afghanistan will rue those 2 tactical errors, sending Nabi in the second super over and not playing Noor in the first game against New Zealand in Chepauk. So, yeah. Both Afghanistan games you have called, and it's like this is the double super over that has culminated in that sense. Oh, so for this we have got a Shivam Giri section.
Oh, okay. Shivam's found us some entertainment as well. Let's start with Shivam Giri Day Edition.
Match tied, super over tied, 4 sixes needed in 4 balls in second super over. Batsman hits 3 sixes.
Cricket, you beauty.
Indeed. I think is that. Spider-Man or Iron Man? Superman, okay.
From Superman.
Superman, okay. Next, Shivam. Well tried, Gurbaz. Oh, it's I think from that one.
Ford versus Ferrari, I think.
Ford versus Ferrari, yeah. That was that one where he gets that one acknowledgement that is there.
What a movie though.
Super movie. 2 minutes of silence for those who missed SA versus Afghanistan. If you missed that, my friend, you missed the game of the tournament.
You have. The final will not be as good.
Well, we don't know. 2024 turned out to be the ultimate thriller. After 2007, it was the closest final that we've had. 22 was one-sided, 21 was one-sided.
26
was 16.
Or
2016, yeah, that was 7, 16.
16 was 2.
14 one-sided, 12 one-sided, 10 one-sided, 9 one-sided. Yeah. Let's go. 2 minutes of silence indeed. Not 1 but 2 super overs in the same match. Absolute thriller Numa. Oh, that Remand against Kasai Numa dialogue in that. Yeah. 2 super overs.
Thriller Numa.
This World Cup is not for the weak. All the associate nations have given you lot of excitement. For example, Netherlands, Pakistan, Nepal, England. But it's not an associate. It's Afghanistan, South Africa, 2 full member
Don't
nations.
be disrespectful.
Yeah.
If you're calling Afghanistan
indeed.
associate nation.
Ireland could very well dish out a thriller against Australia. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it's looking okay.
I didn't do enough. You did so much. Well tried, Afghanistan. Almost pulled it off. Is it from Schindler's List that this particular bit is there?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay.
Then. The tone's set for the day.
Tone set for the day. 2 more games. Australia, Ireland. Australia's first game in this T20 World Cup. Let's see. They are 87 for 3 with 9 with Renshaw and Maxwell doing well. But the day game is England with the night game is England West Indies at the Wankhede. There is the India press conference that will happen at 5:30. So we'll be bringing you live updates of that as well. So Abhishek most likely will get a confirmation whether he's going to play or not. So do check out Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Tap that bell icon so that when you go live. Dugout at 6:30. Do watch out for that as well. So me and Harshad, it's bye-bye. See you soon.